So I want to talk a little bit about what is new in technology, and this really and truly is the most exciting time to be both a provider and also for you as the consumer. I mean, we have new hearing aid chips that process and manage background noise better than anything I've ever seen before, in addition to enhancing speech clarity. And that's what people really have the most difficulty with. A lot of times it's not a volume issue, it's a clarity issue. These hearing aids have automatic phone programs that allow you to pick up a phone, and the hearing aid will automatically flip over to a telephone coil to give you extra volume. It will also keep it from screeching when you pick the phone up and put it next to your ear. The newer hearing aids have automatic internal volume controls. They've really done a lot of research and realized that people can usually narrow down the place where they have difficulty with their hearing aid to one of 6 or 7 instances. I will give you a perfect example of how this internal volume control can be used. I had a patient that did volunteer work at the library downtown, and when somebody would come in and ask her a question, they were trying to be polite and keep their voice down, but they were across the desk from her. So we had an ability to have the hearing aid turn up when she was in a quiet place and someone had a softer voice. That's how specific it can be to the environment. So rather than messing up the other 90% perfect way the hearing aid works, we can go in and adjust it anywhere from 0 to 6 decibels, either louder or softer, depending on what kind of noisy environment that you're in or if you're in a quiet one. We also have some great new wireless accessories that can be added to your hearing aid. I'm going to talk a little bit about 3 or 4 that I have been using very successfully in my office. The first is, and I think the most fun one, is called a mini microphone. This little accessory is not very big. It charges just like your cell phone. All you have to do to pair it with your hearing aids is push a little button on the hearing aid, and it will stream whatever the person that's wearing the microphone says straight to both hearing aids. Very, very simple to use. It's great for in the car. It's great for in restaurants. It's just a wonderful way to have that person's voice go straight to your hearing aids. You can put it in front of a television. There's also a TV streamer that you can plug into a television in the back and then stream that volume straight to the TV signal straight to your hearing aids. This is a wonderful thing because you can actually mute the TV. So if you want to watch something in bed after your spouse or significant other has gone to sleep, you can actually continue watching television and don't have to have any sound coming through the TV. It's a pretty great thing. There is something called a Phone Clip Plus that allows you to get a telephone signal sent straight to your hearing aids. It just has a little clip that you wear on your shirt that allows the person to hear you. That phone clip can also be used as a remote control so that you can turn the volume of the hearing aids up and down if you would like to, if the automatic one doesn't do the job for you. Now, a really exciting new hearing aid technology that I'm getting ready to go get trained on actually is called the Lynx. And it is a partnership between Apple and Resound Hearing Aid Company. And what it will do is if you have an iPhone 5 or a 5S, you can actually have your telephone signal go straight to your hearing aids without anything in between. You can also use the phone as a mini microphone by putting it in the middle of a table and picking up what's going on around you in the table. You can use it as a remote control. So really the manufacturers are making some huge progress in making the hearing aids sound really so much better, but also having some accessories that make it much easier to hear in really difficult situations. So this is the time. If you've waited all this time, this is the time to look into it. And honestly, I think people still remember their grandmother's hearing aid or their Aunt Sue's hearing aid that squealed all the time and they thought it was ugly. And, you know, nowadays hearing aids are just teeny and can be fit on the spot. People can walk out of the office with a hearing aid on. I acquired a hearing loss from my mother's side of the family, so it's a great device for me to be able to show people how simple it is to wear a hearing aid.